Hey, what's going on, fight fans? Hey, this is Coach D. You know what time it is. It's another episode of One to Watch. Like I said before, One to Watch is now going to be broadened out into be a regular old podcast where we start talking about athletes who represent Gamma USA and Gamma worldwide as a whole, and who's doing great things in the sport of mixed martial arts as we move forward into the Olympics and making MMA an official sport that everybody can recognize as that very thing, which is a sport. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Today, I want to talk about Spencer Rivas. Now, you know me as Coach D. You know, I always try to give people shine who deserve it. If you didn't deserve it, you ain't getting nothing. But if you're doing great things and you pushing yourself to be one of the ones that I need to watch, that I need to highlight, that I need to say, he's one to watch, that's Spencer. Here's why. Not only has he been around in the sport, he's done great things. I've been out to the gym where he trained, which is over there at James David Gray, Scorpion Fighting System, right? I've seen him train. I know his work ethic. I know what kind of guy he is. I know how he's training. He's actually very good at mixed martial arts, right? He's already been with Gamma for a little bit. He competed at the Pan Am Games, right? And he won there, right? Then he was coming over to Indonesia to do the very thing that he did in Pan Am, which is win. And he was one of the ones we were looking at. We were like, okay, we need to see what this guy can do. You know what I'm saying? I was looking forward to it as well. But here's what makes Spencer special. Not only is he a great fighter, but he has a heart that I haven't seen in a long time, right? Now, you know me, I'm a guy who don't mix words, right? If you're here to compete, that's what you're here to do is compete. I don't want to hear nothing else but how you're going to compete. Because when we're overseas, we're on an international stage, we're representing the United States, we're representing Gamma USA, and you're representing yourself, right? All of those things should come to play when you're trying to show out and show the world that we are one of the best. That's what I'm down to see, what you're willing to show us. Spencer had all kind of problems in Indonesia. I mean, all kind of problems, right? So if you don't already know, there's this thing in Indonesia called Bali belly. If you get that, you in a rough space. I got it. Good thing it only lasted an hour. Didn't went away. Thank the Jesus. Because for that hour, I thought I was dying. I was like, wait a minute now. This sucks. Right? I was laid out. I was like, man, shoot, bump this media. I was looking for excuses. Right? Not only do you go through pain, not only is your stomach hurting, you're on the toilet, right? You're weak, you're sweating, you go through all these kind of problems. And that was just me for that hour. Come to find out, Spencer had caught it. And he had caught it a lot worse than me, to where he started having not only symptoms of what I went through, he was having other problems too that I didn't even know about. So I didn't even know Bali belly can get worse than what I was going through. And here's the thing. He still competed. He didn't look for a way out. He didn't make no excuses. He didn't even show it on his face. He did everything with a smile. When my camera was on him, he smiled. And I knew he was going through it. I knew he was catching hell. I knew he was having real problems. He could have made every excuse in the world and go, you know what, I'm out. And no one could blame him now that we know how bad Bali belly could be, right? But he stepped in the cage anyway, and he represented the United States, and he fought his first match and won in the first round with a submission. That's what I'm talking about. I say one to watch, but I would even give him the baddest mother effer category as well, because he went and won through all kind of problems. Not only being physically weak, not only being in pain, not only having a lot of other problems that we didn't know about at the time. And he still got the victory with a submission, no less. That's a soldier in my book. That's the kind of mentality that will take you anywhere. Now, his second match, right? He didn't win the second match, but he went all 3 rounds, still going through the same problems. Now, right? We finally got some I don't know what you call it, antibiotics. I don't know what you call it. Right? But he had some medication in him, but it still had to do his job. So he still was going through all the symptoms that he was in the first match. And he went all 3 rounds. That tells you Spencer is a special type of fighter, because his mind doesn't allow him to say quit. His mind doesn't allow him to make excuses. His mind does not let him say, I will not represent not only my coach, my team, my state, my country, and myself. That's the kind of guy you want on your team. That's the kind of guy I will always back. And that's why he gets to shine today, because he showed me that he's willing to do whatever it takes to compete and represent, right? That's Spencer Rivas. That's that kind of guy. And he's a great fighter. So we didn't get to see the best of him. That's what I'm trying to say. All this I'm trying to say is that we didn't get to see the best, because he was fighting 2 and 3 battles all at the same time. Not only who he was fighting in his body, but who he's fighting across the cage. Now, I hope he has the chance to go to Brazil so we can see him do his daggone thing without any problems. I hope there ain't no problems in Brazil, but who knows till we get there, right? Because he's that guy. He's the one to watch. He has all the respect in the world. He's the guy that you want to get behind, because he will represent no matter what the situation is. All right, that's all I got. This is Coach D. Another episode of 1, 2, Watch. Keep watching what I'm doing. I got more to do. I got more fights to talk about, because I finally had a chance to catch up on all the fights that I was watching through my camera, but I couldn't enjoy as Coach D. Now I'm binge watching a lot of these fights. Time for you to catch up. Time to let you know what's going on. This is Coach D, doing what I'm doing, calling it like I see it. To hear from me again, peace out.